Hello and welcome to another video. My name's Jess, and in this episode I'm going to be giving you one essential piece of advice that I would give to any beginner ever before you go out on your first ever wild camping trip. If you are new to wild camping and you're getting ready to go on your first ever trip, the one piece of advice that I will give to you and to anybody that is also experienced as well is to check your equipment before you go out. It doesn't matter whether it's new, whether it's old, whether it's secondhand. It doesn't really matter how much experience you have. If you get a new piece of equipment, make sure that you bring it out and you actually check it, make sure it's all there. Make sure you know how to use it before you actually take it out. So we've got some new equipment today. We've got a brand new rucksack. This one has little, like a kind of like a pack frame on it. I've never used a rucksack like that before. We've also got some tents. This is a second-hand 3-man tent. That is an outer skin pitch first. What else have we got? We've also got my first ever tent, which is an inner skin pitch first. So we're gonna check that. And we've also got a brand new tarp still in its packaging, and I believe we've got a poncho in here. Brand new poncho as well. So if you're not new to my channel, you'll already know that I don't use tents. However, we have a beginner. Our beginner has never been out before. So for your trip, we're going to be actually using a tent, because I think it'd be a little bit unfair to put you in a pile of leaves for your first ever trip. So we've got some tents, but also this piece of equipment here. This is exactly the same poncho that I use as a ground sheet all the time, but I still want to show this because even if it's a piece of equipment that you have bought before and you know how it works, it's still important to check familiar equipment as well, just for factory defects and to make sure that it's all there, you know, the design hasn't changed since you last bought it, all that kind of stuff. So that's enough yapping from me. We're going to get some bits and bobs out and we're going to put up loads of equipment, have a look at it, and then I'll get back to you. So some of these pegs are very old, they're very rusty, some of them are bent. So that's another reason why you do this. So that's another reason why you do this and you get stuff out to have a look at it. See, there's more space in that one. Oh, there go the instructions. I'm going to try getting in that. I think it's too high.
Let me just test my weight on it.
It's rated to like 400 pounds, so you're not 400 pounds. In you go.
It is too high. It is too high. Ah! Just get in.
This poncho is actually really cool because it's got buttons on it, so you can actually button it up so it's a slightly more closed in protection from the rain. But it's also got eyelets in the corners, so you can peg it out and use it as a tarp. But I actually use this as a ground sheet, and if you are a long-term subscriber you probably already know that. So we've got a hammock over there. That's the first time I've ever set a hammock up myself, so that was cool. And then we've got a 3-man geodesic outer skin pitch first tent on that side, and a 2-man inner skin pitch first on that side. Okay, so the pegs on that one you've replaced, they're short and they're a little bit too short. What about this one? Anything wrong with that one? That one's fine, it's just a little bit too heavy to be backpacking. And the hammock, need to try and make sure that we've got trees that are the perfect distance apart, but I think that that's a common issue with hammock camping. Don't know if we'll take that with us, but I think we'll be taking that one because that one is the lightest one and it's the easiest to set up. Oh, well, now we've put everything up, we're going to take it all back down and put it all away again. Squeezing these back into the bag is not fun. So something else that you want to consider is weight when you're actually looking at taking equipment on a trip. So this tent is 2.8 kilos. This is the bag for the large one. This is 3.9. And I mean, to someone like me, it doesn't really matter. I'll just carry it anyway. But obviously some of you, it might matter. So yeah, if you can go with a lighter tent, just in general, then especially if you're hiking a long distance, it will be more beneficial than slogging a great big massive thing halfway at the side of a Monroe. So there you have it. My number one piece of advice to anybody before they go out on a trip is to check your equipment, make sure it's all there, and make sure that it's actually what you paid for. Now, even if it's a piece of equipment that you're familiar with and you're just repurchasing because it's broken and you're just replacing, still take it out, have a look at it, make sure that it's what you are expecting. And if you're an absolute beginner and this is maybe your first tent or your first time using a tarp, take your equipment out, check it, get used to it, and then that will basically help you tremendously, instead of going on your trip not really having a clue what's going on and then having to deal with all these problems, as well as dealing with the stress of maybe doing your first ever solo camp. Hopefully that was helpful, and hopefully you enjoyed watching us mess about with the hammock and mess about with all the equipment. If you like what you see and would like to see more videos from me, be sure to like, subscribe, leave me a little comment down below, and definitely leave me a comment if there's any equipment that you've got that you'd maybe like a little bit of advice on how to use or how to set up, anything like that, just drop it in the comments. But anyway, that's us packed up, so we're gonna go home, and yeah, that's it really. So thanks again, and I'll see you in the woods.